So Ghost of Tsushima is 3 days away. I cannot be more excited for this game at this point. It's been a blast with, you guys have smashed it in the past few days. I'm really glad that you're enjoying the Ghost of Tsushima videos. As I've said, of course, more will follow suit. But in this video, I want to talk about some recent developments in the online community. Of course, first of all, let's take a moment to appreciate the brand new launch trailer, which was just shown and posted on the official PlayStation channel. It has some brand new footage into it, so definitely go ahead and check it out. I'm also going to play it in the background as well as show you some of the brand new screen caps that I was able to get. But there's also another topic that I do want to cover in this video, which is some of the early impressions that we have from some of the high profile reviewers that got their hands on Ghost of Tsushima early, as well as a few of the leaks that I want to mention in this video, because actually many of you guys have sent me a ton of them on Twitter. So I wasn't able to post any of them. The few ones that I actually posted ended up being DMCA'd by Sucker Punch themselves, so eventually I had to remove all of the stuff regarding that. That's why you're not seeing it on my channel anymore, as well as on my Twitter account. But let's jump right into it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up on it would be super awesome. Also, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and let's jump right into it. Now, the trailer is the first one that I want to cover. Of course, it contains some brand new footage that we haven't seen before, like a few shots over here that I really enjoyed, especially what appears to be like a river at some point. It looks really freaking awesome. I will disclose this just before we proceed. For the past week, I received a ton of leaked gameplay footage from many people out there, and I wasn't able to post most of it. I think that at some point I posted a few screenshots, and guess what? Sucker Punch literally sent me a DMCA for each and every single one of those, to the point that I almost got my Twitter account banned because of it. So one more strike and it's over. That's why I'm gonna be careful in this video as well. If you do want to see something and talk about Ghost of Tsushima, follow me on Twitter and we can speak in private if that's what you want to. But it's very likely that by the time this video gets posted, you're going to see a ton more posted online anyway. Now, before going into the next section of the video, I will say this about the recent trailers that we've got. We have the Japanese trailer that didn't show any new footage, but in my opinion, it was kind of way better than any other type of trailer that we got up until now. I think that it did a much better job at hyping people up for the game. Maybe the music selection, maybe the shots, the way they were selected, kind of seemed more cohesive compared to what we had up until now, and it just looks overall better. And also, I do enjoy the brand new launch trailer after covering the video so extensively and seeing the brand new footage that we're seeing right here. Many of these shots, as you can see right here in the background, are new. They shed a bit more light on how the world of Ghost of Tsushima looks like. And I will say this about the world of Ghost of Tsushima after seeing some leaked gameplay. It looks incredible. I think that most reviewers out there already agree on the fact that the game looks incredible, and Sucker Punch has did an amazing job at creating a very unique and beautiful world. Especially these close-up shots that you're seeing with the character unsheathing his weapon, his katana, looks absolutely incredible. I will say something about the character customization in this game. You probably saw already a number of leaks. I saw a few of these for quite a number of days before they were leaked online, and if you had any worries about fighting suits in the game and customizing your character and fighting different types of gear to put on your character to look distinct from any other player out there, don't worry about that. You're going to be able to recreate whatever type of samurai or ghost/ninja you want to recreate, because the customization in this game is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And this doesn't just go for your gear and the suits that you wear on yourself, the armors and whatnot, but also for your weapons. Your weapons are also customizable, especially that katana. I'm not sure how to say it. I think the handle is the one that you can customize, but it looks just incredible. So many color options, and you're going to have some surprises in the game as well. This is the type of scenery you can expect from this game. If you want to look at a beautiful painting, this is the game for you. You're going to oftentimes stop and just take screenshots of the environment. You probably already saw quite a number of leaks anyway that point out towards that, which kind of brings me to the next section of the early reviews, or should I say the early impressions from high profile reviewers. This includes people like Skill Up, even though he didn't tweet anything about it. I think there was an interview, or well, it was a podcast with Layman Gaming. I think that's his brother, and there basically they kind of gave a few hints about the fact that well, he basically can't stop playing Ghost of Tsushima, and he cannot wait to talk about it once the embargo lifts on the 14th. And this also ties in with Cory Balrog. Now, if you don't know who this is basically the director behind God of War 4. He leads Santa Monica Studios, which, yes, it is owned by Sony, or at least in part. I'm not really sure about the business details, but he did get an early copy of the game, and he broke all kinds of embargoes, and he basically said that it's good. He was like tweeting at Neil Druckmann, and he said that it's really good, and I think that I saw some other tweets from him giving his first impressions of the fact that the game was really good. And I mean, if Skill Up likes an open world game, for me that is a huge plus, because usually from what I know about him, he doesn't really like, he criticizes them quite a bit. He holds quite a high standard for like open world games out there, and the fact that he's praising and at the very least is excited for a game like Ghost of Tsushima speaks volumes, at least for somebody who trusts his reviews and whatnot. Which brings me to the next section. Of course, I was talking about some of the systems that you are going to encounter in the game, and I did mention the fact that I received a ton of leaked gameplay and a ton of screenshots. Like, I got a ton of general exploration gameplay, I got footage of the skill trees and like the weapon customization for the katana and whatnot, and just overall like fighting. I saw a fight with a bear. I'm pretty sure that it's online at this point, and you can go ahead and check it out. It's so wild. The way you fight with a bear in this game is so freaking crazy. I haven't seen too many games kind of using the physics in this sort of way, where like the bear grabs your foot and just throws you like 10 meters in the air. That was absolutely crazy. I also saw like the skill tree, and that was a big concern of mine that I didn't talk up until now. What about the skills you can invest your points into? At first I was expecting like just something over there small that you're just going to invest minimal points into to just augment your skills, because there's no level system and whatnot. You don't like, there's no enemy levels and whatever, so it's not going to matter too much. But I was wrong. There are so many skills to unlock by just playing the game. They give you so many possibilities, so many new powers. Like, for example, we saw one of these enemies that was kind of emitting a red aura around him when he was like turning around. That was basically a skill that was making that possible. So if you invest points into that, it basically lets you hear what the enemy is kind of hearing. So you will notice if he is noticing you, if that makes any sense. And there were a ton more that were basically just upgrades to everything gameplay and combat related. So many things that are going to turn you in a much better warrior, be it like a samurai, a ghost, or maybe somebody that just loves to shoot their arrows and like the bow and whatnot, and they tone in there as well. So not much I can discuss without risking another DMCA, and I don't think I want that, because I already almost lost my Twitter account, even though it's not really that big. Anyway, on a final note, and because I got many questions about this, is, well, why didn't I get an early review copy of Ghost of Tsushima? And well, first of all, even though I have 100 and like almost 30,000 subscribers, it's not guaranteed that I would get. There's people with 1 million subs that didn't get an early copy of Ghost of Tsushima, if you can believe that, and they're pulling in really huge numbers. But I think that wasn't even the reason that applied to me, because I already had a discussion with my local PR company that was really thrilled to collaborate with me. So basically, long story short, Sony kind of delegates PR companies in almost every country every few years. They kind of change it up to represent Sony, the company, with local, well, groups of the media, like journalists and gamers and influencers like myself. And I already contacted my local PR agency, and when I did, they immediately answered. They were really thrilled that I contacted them, and after checking my channel, one of the representatives said that they really loved my channel, they saw a lot of effort in it, and they are really eager to collaborate with me, not just for this game but for many games out there. But after that, it was complete silence. I'm not really sure exactly what happened. Maybe they forgot about it, maybe the representative went on vacation, because this happened to me in the past, but I still kept in contact with that person. So maybe it's a combination of both. I'm not really sure exactly. I don't really care at this point. The game is already out. I also contacted a PR agency from the UK, but obviously they didn't have at this point any keys left for me. Maybe maybe my channel size or whatever, maybe they didn't have any left, not really sure, but this is the situation. Again, not too salty, just a few more days until the game releases, we're gonna experience it then, and it's not going to change anything in terms of the stuff that I'm gonna cover on the channel anyway. You know that I'm gonna dissect that game piece by piece, and we're going to go in all of the secrets, all of the tips and tricks, and this is gonna be for all of you completionists out there and more. But yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, consider subscribing and smashing that like button if you want to see more of this. It would be super appreciated if you did that, and I will see you guys, well, tomorrow.